Tom was a big stickler of your center can't be wet. And so
it's huge.
Oh.
And this is like a nightmare for explain that.
Oh man, I mean, so I still do the towel to this day. You can see me. Tom takes all the centers to the side. If you're going to play center at any point, even just an undrafted guy, he'll teach you how to fold it and put it into your ass. And
pause.
I still do to this day, every single day. Everyone's asking me, like, what is this? Because it looks kind of dorky. But I just like I can't play center without it because that's just how I was. I never played center before I got to New England. So that was how I learned center. And an early moment, the blue-white scrimmage, 2016, we do it every year. And I had, I was on Tom's team and apparently too wet for him. And he literally, this is an embarrassing moment. He literally pulls me off to the sideline, screams in my face that I'm a sweaty pig, and then pulls my pants out and powders my ass with baby powder in front of everyone. Oh my God. So
what are you thinking?
I was kind of embarrassed. I mean, all the fans were looking. We're like, it's like 15,000 people at Gillette Stadium. But I was like, I started changing towels a lot. I would sometimes change pants at halftime.
Did you do deodorant or something? What the fuck?
I would baby powder myself every day before practice, and that's another thing. You go back to that picture too. Tom was really tall, so when he would always tell you to get your butt up. So and we were under center a lot. So a lot of times,
where's that picture?
If you look at it, I'm like straight legged snapping it just because he's so tall. He's so much taller than me. But I would always just do whatever he said. So,
yeah, we all did.
We all did, yeah.
And we just liked that he was talking to us.
Oh, me too, yeah. I was like, dude, I'll do whatever you want, man.
I'm looking at a New York Times article here in the headline. How do you avoid swamp ass?
Yeah.
Tom Brady does it by sticking a towel down the center's pants.
Yeah. You had to learn how to get back down low to make a block.
That's tough. Tom's tall.
Tom's way taller than everyone thinks.
They don't realize. They say 6'4", but it's a tall 6'4".
It's
It's a tall 6'4". It's like our team was. That's why I say, man, if we would have kept AB, we probably would have won another Super Bowl.
Well, so AB, like I love AB, and he immediately took to me. Like he would look at me in the huddle, he'd talk to me, and then so my AB story is I'm in the cold tub with him, and he's just chatting me up. And, he's a great guy, great conversation, very intense human being. And so you're not allowed to take pictures in the facility. It's like automatic firing, right?
Yeah.
So AB's like, man, we got to take a selfie. I'm like, I don't know, man. He's like, no, we're doing it. I'm like, all right. Takes a selfie of me and him in the cold tub. You can look this up online, too. It's a great picture. Posts it on his story, cold tub dubs with big bro Teddy K. I get like 8,000 followers in like 4 hours. Puts my Instagram on. So I'm like kind of like freaking out. I'm like, geez, that's like the number one rule of the facilities. Don't take a picture inside. And yeah, here we go. Cold tub does with big bro Teddy K. Follow him now. So the next day, Scar comes up to my locker and is like, hey, like, what the fuck were you doing? I'm like, what do you mean? It's like, we're not allowed to take pictures in the facility. And so I'm like freaking out, and I totally fold. I'm like, whoa, it was AB, coach. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell him. He's like, dude, relax. I'm just fucking with you. I don't know what to say. So yeah, AB was a great guy. Obviously a very, very colorful guy.
Did you ever work with Best Buddies?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I was about to say, maybe did you start at Best Buddies and then find this organization?
Well, that was like a traumatic day for me because Tom would do that game every year.
Yeah.
And then he launched a bomb to me over Dave Andrews. I literally ran a go, and it just right out of my hands. And at the end, it's one of the only things I have signed from Tom Brady is a plaque that says "biggest drop."
Oh my gosh!
There's like
a sold out Harvard Stadium.
Oh no!
Like, the crowd is.
He's on the mic
wild.
saying that I had to go up on the middle of the field and get my biggest drop plaque. So it's like some repressed trauma from that. But
I know it's been well documented. But like, what makes Tom so good at that sneak?
Well, we've talked about it all day. How big he is, and just how long. His willingness to do it. And we practiced it. I mean, there was a big. When you get up to the ball, he would give you a 10-10 or 11-11, and where he wanted you to go at center. So obviously 11 to the left.
What would Scar say in the meeting?
I mean, we just got to try to.
When our guys going in the jaws of death.
I mean,
we call it the jaws of death.
Yeah,
Jaws
and
of
it's
death.
it's a sellout play. Basically, we got to try to get one double team, wedge blocking type scenario, and then Tom was good at just finding the soft spot. And if you watch that one too, Miami was totally unprepared for that. We were on the one, and they had basically two techniques. So head up on the guard. So that's an easy
Get in.
That's an
You get
easy
2 yards on that.
Because what Tom would do would be like we would call a goal line play,
And he would just go,
but then he would say
Dog.
Scooby Doo.
yeah.
So that would be like, oh hey, if the sneak is open, I'm just gonna go dog blue go, and then so that would be
So it's situational QB sneaking.
yeah.
Ooh,
So I think
I
probably
like
on
that.
that one we had like some type of goal line force play, and then
And he was so successful because he would run it to like the right look. He wouldn't run it on a like for example, you look at the Bills last year in the division, or was it divisional against
Chiefs.
the Chiefs, where they
Yeah,
ran
that fourth down.
the freaking tush push. Like they had everyone and their mother
Yeah.
in the A gaps there. You got to get that outside somehow.
it's a feel thing.
It's a field thing.
Now we had Whitworth on,
Stud. I love
Stud.
that guy. Love that guy.
and he would talk about he felt defensive ends didn't scout their tackles. Do you scout tackles and like what their strengths are? He could always tell if a guy watched film on him or was
he
just
didn't.
throwing shit.
Yeah, no, I definitely do. I come from my biggest influence as a coach has been Rob Marinelli. And you probably heard of him. He had Warren Sapp, Julius Peppers, numerous Hall of Famers. I had him my second and third year, and that was my last, this season right here, that was my third year, and that's where I took off. And that dude is all about watching your film. Like, he's like, every lineman you go against is a fucking gray face. Black, it's nothing. They're all the same. Yeah. He's like, if you do what you're supposed to do, get off, pad level, hands, fight area, if you understand all the things you're supposed to do at the best of your ability and apply it, it doesn't matter who the fuck's in front of you, and it doesn't matter what they do. They're eventually going to get broken. You know what I mean? So I watch film on other guys, of course. I try to pick up during the week, all right, who's giving away pass, who's giving away run, what little things I can pick up. But majority of the film I'm watching is my own film on repeat. I watch my practices every night, and then I'll watch a game or 2 games, and then, okay, I'll throw on this guy versus, whoever. But at the end of the day, I can't sit here and watch the Steelers versus Giants and expect them to block me the same way they block some other guys. Because you can go into the plan, okay, they're going to do this and this, and then they fucking throw 3 people at me. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, we went to the Colts game week 17. Robbo comes up to me, Rob Ryan, one of the coolest fucking dudes I've ever met. Great coach. He comes up to me, all right, this is the week. Colts don't chip. They 5-man up. They're going to man you. And I got double team chipped the whole game. Yeah. And I'm like, fuck. You know what I mean? But that's why, like, I can sit there and anticipate and think they're going to do this and whatever. But for me, if I'm at my best and I'm doing my shit at the highest level, then it doesn't matter what they do.
Yeah, you're what they call a problem.
I appreciate it.
If when I was playing, we were to ever play a guy like you, you're at that caliber where you're dedicating a 30-play clip in front of the whole team in the team meeting. Like, one of the keys to victory, which is never usually a player, but Crosby's that kind of guy where he's a problem. And you could see it in the run game. You could see it in the pass game. They're sending chips, running backs. What was it like playing for Sean Payton? I'm changing the subject.
Quick pivot.
Yeah, I mean, you guys clearly won. There's no point to talk about what could have happened. Sean Payton, come on, man. Sean is awesome.
Are you surprised that he's doing what he's doing in Denver?
Having success?
Yeah.
No, he's a winner.
Yeah.
Bro, like, again, what the arrogance of winning. Like, you don't know if you can lose if you never lose.
Yeah.
That's like saying, every year for the last 2 years, 3 years now, you've looked at the Kansas City Chiefs and you hear media talk about, oh, they don't look as strong as they did in 20. Bro, they're back-to-back Super Bowl champions. Until they lose this thing, they've won this thing in their minds. When you don't know how to lose, then you don't worry about losing.
Yeah.
Other teams are like, we got to find a way to win. And they're like, yeah, so we're going to win. Just don't trick it off.
Just make less mistakes.
Yeah. So this is how we win. This is how we won. This is how we'll continue winning.
Yeah.
Sean Payton was great because that's exactly what he put on the board every week. He said, hey, These are the 3 things that we need to win.
Keys.
3 key points would be forced fumble here. This guy, they think he's all world. We're going to take that away from him. We're going to make them beat him any other way and don't have this many penalties. And that's how we win. And sure enough, we'd come in and he'd be like, this is how we won the game. Boom, boom, boom. Or like, well, we lost because out of these 3 key points, we took X away. We had more turnovers. We lost the penalty game. These penalties led to 90-something yards. You know what 97 yards equals? Ended up being 7 points. You know how much we lost by? 4.
Yeah.
You know, like methodology wins. And he's a big numbers guy, big stats guy. Like percentage wise, this is where you come out with all that. And when you have success that way, you fully buy in.
Good coaches know how to simplify complex matter because, you know, we are football guys. We're not fucking rocket scientists. So if you have a bunch of complex shit, you're trying to explain that to
some of your best players are single-mindedly focused people. Be like, man, go quarterback. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, dropping the coverage. Huh? Play man. Yeah.
You know what I mean? You simplify it. If you get guys on the same page, that's half the battle.
That's it. Yeah.
That's half the battle. Drew Brees story, anything? How was Drew?
Drew is amazing, dude.
Great leader.
Just like the things that you think quarterbacks do, that's what he did. You know, like he's the first one in, first one out. Absolutely. He always takes care of his body. He's got his body work. Absolutely. He even when he's not in, he's still doing all the checks for sure. Even when he's not throwing because he's older or whatever it is, he's still making all the checks. He's with the towel. He's out there Dak Prescott in it. You know what I'm saying? Hip twist.
Yeah.
Oh, got him. Got him. He's calling things back. Even if he completes during practice, he like complete no deep ball to Mike Thomas or Traquan or whoever it is at the time. Big Cook, Jared Cook, right? And he's like, I ain't like that. He'd be like, bro, what is he looking at?
Yeah.
You know, he's visualizing his success. But just the way that he took to the game, like you admired it. He had the same routine. He never got a routine. You knew what he was going to eat, you know, before game day. Hotel one time tried to give him mac and cheese or whatever, like chili mac, I think, was his big thing. And they like, oh, we called it the Breeze chili mac, whatever it was, right? Beef noodles, weak marinara, and that was it, right? But they put hella cheese on there, and Drew didn't eat cheese at the time or whatever it was, and he was like, no, I can't eat that. Like real specific, like, no, I thank you for everything, but like I can't eat that. I don't do this. And by the time he sat down, cheese was gone, name was gone, fresh noodles was out. And I said, okay, the Drew Brees way.
Yeah.
The DB9, no TB12.
That's
Yeah,
that's a DB9 method right
yeah,
there.
he may
baby.
not even eat gluten anymore, but at the time he was eating noodles. You know, like that was the thing. He'd have a bowl, and like everybody knew about it.
Wow.
I was like, dang, I got to get there, but I'm a fat kid, so like.
But you're not a fat kid because that's a lineman.
Yeah.
Offensive
No,
lineman.
that's an obese kid.
Oh, so
Slavic.
you're a fat kid,
Yeah.
but the offensive lineman is an
morbidly
obese kid.
Yeah, morbidly disgusting individual.
I like big guys. What's something that stands out with Matt Light that you remember
Matt Light. Oh man.
in a meeting?
Matt one time he put a I don't even know what to call it, a microchip, or he switched out the mouse on Dante Scarnecchia's computer.
He told that story.
Oh, he told it on the okay. So I won't repeat the story. Well, I'll give you the briefest version. So basically, this little mouse, it messes with the cursor on the screen. So it'll work for about 5 minutes, but at some point you can have it on a timer. It's going to go away from where you're trying to point to. So Dante, I'm not kidding, the better part of like 10 weeks of a season, thought that the IT guys in New England were complete idiots. He was like, I mean, they come in and they're over here circle jerking around the computer and nothing's getting fixed. Now, I can't fucking teach if I can't click on the right. I'm trying. And then they would walk in and be like, Dante, what are you trying to click on? I'm trying to click on cut up number 2, you know, and he's giving them the business. And then they try it with the mouse. But Matt, when Dante would leave to get the IT guys,
Pull it out.
he would switch it back out. And nobody would see him do it. So then the IT guys would come in and be like, yeah, Dante, like the mouse works. Like everything's cool. And so Dante thought he was going nuts, or he thought they were lying to him. It was like this, it went on so much longer than was fair. Like Dante Scarnecchia was losing his fucking mind that year, and it was all Matt Light. It was all his fault. It was incredible. I still don't know if Dante knows what happened that year.
I don't think he knows.
It was incredible. Yeah. But then Dante was the ringleader. He had to try to find a way to rein in all of this. Like, I mean, to this point in my life, I don't know if I saw a more cohesive unit on any football field than the New England Patriots offensive line when he was at the head of the class, because Dante, he just found a way to connect with everybody. He was an amazing teacher. He'd slow it down for some. He'd speed it up for others. He spent the time after practice. There are so many coaches, assistant coaches, who are in a rush to get off the field.
Yeah.
He really spent the time with us, and I benefited greatly because my whole life, I feel like every single situation I've ever walked into, I'm an unfinished product, like by leaps and bounds. Like I look around me, I'm like, why is everybody so much better than me? And like I needed help, and Dante gave me help. I love that man. He taught me hard lessons. He taught me the right lessons. He was an incredible coach.
Incredible teacher too.
Yeah.
I saw that when he was gone. You know, I didn't realize it until he was gone, because I remember when he would yell at these linemen. He would yell at you guys.
Oh my God.
And I want to get into your welcome to the NFL moment with Dante Scarnecchio after this, but he would yell at guys in front of in the offensive meeting. But he would call him a fat fuck or a fat piece of shit, but then he would follow it up with the technique that you had to do. So he goes, you fat fuck, put your right foot, drop it right here, then you put your left hand right there, instead of a coach that's just yelling like, come on, guys, we got to do it better than that. Like, he would give you play for play what you needed to do to get it right. And that's why I saw he was such a fucking great coach.
1,000%.
You know what I mean?
It wasn't just like, hey, you screwed it up.
No.
Do better. It was like, this would be a Dante line. He'd be like, hey, ass eyes, what the fuck were we doing in the meeting room the entire time before we took the goddamn field? And you'd be like, I'm not sure there was so much. And he would be like, we were working on, whatever we called it there. If the Mike backer is mugged up in the A-gap and he bails, you got to pop if you're the center and look out to the fucking right because Sam's screaming off the edge. And you're like, okay, I'm sorry. But like, you're hearing all this. And like, meanwhile, internally, you're doing all the stuff I was just doing. And like on the outside, you're just like, you got it, Dante. Yes, sir. And don't call me sir, motherfucker. That just means fuck you. And you're just like, okay, now another thing to remember. I can't call him sir. It was intense. It was intense, but it was incredible because you learned really quick who was going to survive and who wasn't. There were guys who could handle the pressure, and that's all it was. It was just a pressure test. If you can't handle a 5'6" assistant coach who, I mean, like he wouldn't be able to knock you over if he tried, shouting in your face at practice, how the hell are you going to be able to handle the Cincinnati Bengals or the Seattle Seahawks or the Dallas Cowboys? Like, you better be able to handle this. Otherwise, you're not going to do any of that.